hearing room will come to order. We'll be continuing the hearing.
Your call.
You can if you want. It's up to you. We're here discussing your appeal of our orders. And I can go over the findings if you'd like, or I can go right to the decision, whatever.
Yeah, let's go over the findings if you don't mind.
All right. Number one, serve safe allergen certificate of completion. We have that.
Yeah, currently speaking, we have 3 sets from 3 different monitors.
We have
Because he sent stuff since then. Submitted stuff since then.
Okay. All of these findings are based on what we had at the hearing the first time.
Okay.
We've received other stuff from you since then,
I understand
but
that.
that's not noted in here.
Okay.
The second thing we saw was a picture of sinks, the hand wash sink in particular, an invoice written on a generic pad with no contact information at the top of the invoice for cleaning services, and a statement that you'll obtain all certifications for yourself and your staff, and I guess you've done some or most of that.
Can we just say that the numbers that these pertain to so that we keep straight? So that was for number 4.
Yeah, but these are just
Yeah,
the four items.
Right.
These numbers don't pertain to this.
I thought they did. No?
No, we crossed it out.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just trying to keep it straight.
This is just stuff that he's presented.
Okay, all right, thank you. And I read the statement.
Also a statement by Francis that exhibit,
The 4th.
a statement set forth in Exhibit 1 is unduly burdensome, given that the restaurant is seasonal and brings in substantially more revenue during the summer months than the rest of the year. Also, then we go down now. We discussed what we wanted to do with regard to Francis's appeal. And item number 4 in our letter, which dealt with hiring a state licensed food consultant. We have deleted that, granted you that.
And
When we grant you that, we also put you on notice that you are going to be subject to more frequent inspections, at least for a while, to ensure that you're complying with the board's wishes. All other requests made are hereby denied, except as noted above, which was the item number 4. And all other orders set forth in our letter shall remain in full force and effect. That said, the clock stopped when you appealed, so far you've used 7 days are gone. Tomorrow will be day number 8, and everything will stay in effect going forward. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, sir.
Okay.
Can I just have a moment just to review a couple of things? Is that okay? Are you going to continue? There are a few things I want to address.
We're going to take a vote on this.
Okay.
What are your wishes with regard to a decision?
I make a motion to accept it as is, without any Omissions and deletions across the board, here's the first.
Is there a second?
I'm just wondering, you're gonna give him a copy of this, obviously?
Yes.
Okay. Because there was more things to say about it. Okay, I'm voting in favor.
Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? 0.
As long as he gets it, he understands and he reads it.
So done.
Let's have a let's get a copy of the sign.
Can you get a copy of the signed
That's the last page there.
How many more? Just one?
You had something else you wanted to say? You're
But yeah, I have a
welcome.
couple things. I just want to prefer if everybody was here.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Bear in mind that the hearing is still, the only topic for discussion is this letter.
Understood. So on the issue,
I have one of those back.
This is the original right here. Those were two
That's
copies.
the original?
Yeah.
Okay.
on the issue of the housing, what I will be doing there is, I forgot that I had it until on my way here, but I have an invoice from my plumber showing he purchased the handshake and hopefully be installing this week. So I will try to get a copy of that invoice from my accountant and get it to you as well.
Any and all documentation for anything that deals with this letter, send us copies
Sure.
so that we have them in your file.
Okay. There are two or three items on here that I would like to talk about briefly. One is, and this is the old one, okay? One is number 5, where replacing the floor within 30 days. I still need to figure out what kind of flooring I'm going to use. I need to get approval from Sam and from the Department of Health. I would request more, an extra month on that, to be fair, to actually buy the flooring, hire a contractor, get it done, have approval done.
Well,
I don't want to be in violation because I just can't get to it.
for the time being, everything except item number 4 is in full force and effect. And you had extra time because we stopped the clock
Understood.
on day 7, so tomorrow is day 8, and you
Understood.
still have the remainder of 30 days.
Understood. But I was also out of the country as well for almost a week,
Well,
unfortunately.
the clock was stopped.
Sure. Do we have an option to appeal this decision today?
From here, it goes to court, I think. Yeah, no, you're right to, you had your right to appeal and we listened.
Okay.
And for the time being, we're gonna keep that in full force, except for item 4.
So what hardship is created for the town by giving him another 30 days to, I mean, it doesn't seem like an unreasonable request. I mean, we want to comply, you know, and we're not saying he's not gonna put in the floor, we just need time to speak with people and have the board approve the materials that are selected?
Actually, you don't have to get our approval, it has to be non-porous and washable.
Oh,
It's pretty simple.
I just want to make sure that whatever we use moving forward is acceptable.
yeah, so we don't
So
fall
we don't
into
put something
the...
in and then.
We
have
can
it-
approve that within a day if we receive that.
If you find something you want to use, call Deb, give her the name of the product and the manufacturer, and she'll tell you almost immediately.
When the Newburyport inspector came out, he suggested that anything Francis wants to do, he runs past the Board of Health.
Correct.
Like, when he purchased the non-commercial freezers for out back, Newburyport inspector suggested that Francis should have provided the Board of Health with the listing of the items prior to purchasing them. So going forwards, that was our goal, was to involve the Board of Health in pretty much any decision Francis makes.
Okay, well, like I said, just give a call with the name of the product and the manufacturer, and that's a 10-minute phone call.
Yeah.
The issue that we have with number 6 in the freezers, I spoke to Sam this week about the possibility of replacing one of the sheds that we have out back, square footage, with a walk-in freezer. So it will be a swap of use. And he suggested that that should not be a problem. I'm actually meeting with Sam tomorrow to do our annual inspection, so I'm going to go into that more with them.
I'm not sure I understand, who did you talk to, building inspector?
Yes, sorry.
So anytime you propose a new thing, that's a totally different thing than here anyways. We're not enforcing you to put in a new walk-in. So therefore, I would assume he'd bring plans to the board, and the board would have to determine if that's even in compliance, you know, with the code to be able to have that in there. Oh, it's really
What else?
Or, are you able to immediately empty the freezers that are there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already empty.
No,
Yeah, they were already empty when I
I
was.
had one freezer.
Yeah.
This is one.
So that's all, you already...
You understand the decision's already been made.
I do understand that, but I'm also explaining, I'm trying to explain my position on this, and that's, there may be some items that I cannot get done within the amount of time that it's given. I'm going to do my best. I've already done a lot.
Do your best, and as we approach that time limit, we'll see where you're at.
Okay, but I mean, to go to court to request an additional 30 days, it's ridiculous. It doesn't serve us, it doesn't serve the board, it doesn't serve the town.
But I think he's already answered it. I mean, the flooring, it's just a telephone call. He gets something, he puts it on the floor.
Yeah, but I also have to purchase it, get it shipped, get a contractor to install it. All these things take time, especially when you're open 5 days a week now.
You know,
Right,
I mean, assuming he may want to speak with more than one contractor, too.
right.
I mean, just imagine if one of us was replacing flooring in our house.
However, though, back in January, when we first cited him for it, he was aware then that it needed to be
For
replaced.
the time being,
I wouldn't do
these
that.
dates,
Yeah, let's not go back
I
to,
know, that's
yeah,
good.
there's no point in,
But, and then the refrigerator, I think,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
and I think the refrigeration item you're already looking into. And you're not using anything outside
No,
now
but
anyway.
I do need a freezer very quickly,
Yeah.
so I will need a quick turnaround from the town, whichever departments I have to go
Right.
to get approval for what plan I have to put in place.
Yeah, but you've got that in
any
work.
commercial freezer that meets your needs
Yeah,
is fine with us.
Well, I think he wants to do
Well,
a,
yeah,
a
no,
walk-in.
that's not true, Steve.
No?
No, because he's proposing to have one outside, you still go outside to get to it, so that is something we'll have to look into.
yeah,
Which I did tell Francis I'd look right into it.
yeah.
All right, well, that's
So
another issue.
Yeah.
So
Can I ask?
We'll address that issue as it arises.
Okay, so can I ask a question? To do a project like that, to install a commercial outdoor freezer, we already have some of our walk-ins outdoor, which has been approved by the town.
Mhm.
Okay.
To,
The order that we sent you just says to remove the ones that were there.
okay,
As you get ready to purchase, check with Deb, but apparently it can't be outside, right?
but
It has
because
to be built into the building somehow.
of the order to to remove what's there, that forces me to take a step of finding new ones. So it is part of that order. So what I'm asking is, what is the process for me to get approval for something like that? I'm not familiar.
Get a building permit.
Probably electrical.
And I ask,
Depends on the
Approval from the Board of
size,
Health.
for the building permit.
That's it, that's it.
And then the only other one that's kind of a sticking point for Francis is number 13,
Just remove.
remove all refuse from outside.
Yeah,
As he promised last week, you removed the empty, was half the tanks, half the empty tanks?
yeah, for heater,
Okay.
yeah, that's been done.
But the grease barrels, I mean, which he has a vendor that comes in, takes the grease away. and
Call him.
Recycle it. So he can't recycle grease going forwards?
Call your guy and have him pick it up.
So, but it's, if other restaurants are allowed to recycle grease, how come I'm not allowed to recycle grease?
I don't think we wrote you up for recycling grease. We wrote you up because of the conditions which your attorney had stated too, that there's a jungle out there with all your bottles and all your trash and debris. Nothing was mentioned about your grease that you're salvaging for a company.
It's
well,
actually,
it
it
was
is,
in the,
it isn't,
listing,
It's
it
listed on
says
number 13.
specifically the grease barrels.
The ones that are actively being used and are not full,
They're not filthy full, correct,
you have to have those.
Okay.
yeah,
Everything else has to go.
correct.
okay, are you talking about the gas tanks or are we talking about the grease
Grease
bottles? I
bottles.
want to be clear.
Whatever you're not using out there that you had extra additional stuff, you know, that you stated that you weren't using.
Okay, I want to be
The order just says remove all refuse.
It also says grease barrels,
If they're not junk or garbage, they're fine.
Okay.
but it does specify in the order grease barrels. I want to make sure that we are in compliance.
Well, then you just want to clean up that area. Anything that doesn't belong there, that's part of the active operation of the restaurant, shouldn't be there.
So it's okay to have grease barrels that he dumps waste grease into and then have the vendor come out and move the barrels?
Yeah, but when a barrel gets near full, you gotta call and have it hauled.
He comes every week to check it, and he actually dropped off a copy of an invoice.
And that's in compliance.
Can I request that in that portion of number 13 be edited? So we're going to at least have a verbal agreement?
No, you're gonna remove all the refuse.
Okay,
That's all we said to remove was refuse.
but in number, unless the new orders is changed, but the original,
Nothing else has changed.
in
The
the
only
original
thing that
order,
changed is number 4 is gone.
okay, if I may just stop for a second. In the original order, let's say grease barrels.
Yeah, it does say that.
Right, because he had good barrels, tanks, whatever it was, you had additional barrels. Right,
We have two grease
Why
barrels.
did you just say unused?
yeah.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Or full.
The reason we have two is we're most full.
Move it into-
Right.
I understand, the appeal is for a specific order.
Yeah.
We can't alter
Right.
the whole post-ban,
And
so,
it's,
you know, and I
I
just,
don't want to get it sticky.
no, see,
See, he needs two barrels. I'm sorry.
here's why I'm submitting
I'll
that
call
it's
you
not a
back.
sticking point. Because it does say grease barrels, but only to the extent that it's refuse or garbage. It's something that's used like restaurants all use, fine. It's only ones that are junk or refuse.
That's part of it.
And I think we need to impress upon him that it's only ones that are garbage and not ones that are being used as any normal, similarly situated business would use them.
You only have two barrels.
Okay.
Francis, the
And that's,
understanding,
I don't mean to.
the understanding is anything you need to use in the operation of your restaurant, it's okay to be there. Anything that's rubbish, garbage, anything that's not being used to operate your restaurant has to go.
Okay.
There's two barrels there, and he needs the two barrels in case one fills up, then he can start filling the other barrel.
Yeah, that's part of his operation.
It is part of the operation, but I do want to specifically be clear
He doesn't want to be in violation of the order that says,
If it's stated that police bars need to be removed in the order, and you're saying that the next
Maybe
level
we
was,
didn't state
Okay,
it
let's-
clearly. If you're using it in the operation of your restaurant,
okay,
it's fine to be there as long as it's in good order.
okay, I just want to make sure we don't come back in 23 days and have this be something that you were going to close us down for. Because legally, it's on paper. I want to do everything I can to comply.
Yeah.
Keep going. We just told you, if it's part of your operation and it's an ongoing part of your operation, but if a barrel's full, we don't want it sitting there for 3 weeks.
No, we can't, as I
Pick
said,
it up and bring me an empty.
he does the leash trap, and when he does the leash trap, he does that.
Yeah.
maybe you can email the board a copy of the invoice from him.
He already has it.
Oh,
You say he comes every week, keep him coming every week, that should keep everything clean.
And it was,
Anything else from the board?
no.
Just the next meeting.
So that's to be pertaining to what we were talking about, right?
We have to set a date for, I think we'll adjourn the hearing and then, okay.
I think we just need to schedule a next regular meeting, so I can let some subject designers
Oh,
know
regular
to
meeting,
notify
yeah.
the abutters.
I
That's all I
am
need.
sure.
And we
We just have to
closed
set a date
the,
for our next Board of Health.
Okay, well, not this. It's
Yeah,
not-
We're all set, we just have to set a date for our next board meeting, which is just our regular
You
meeting.
can close this, yeah.
So, I'll declare the hearing closed.
after this, scanning.